Welcome Aries to your weekly reading. This is for the 24th to the 31st of August. We are going to go ahead and see all the possible energies and messages coming through for you for this week. Aries, I'm starting off by looking at the possible energy beginning the week. We'll then look at your possible challenges. Thirdly, messages and advice from Spirit. Your unexpected blessing coming through this week. And finally, the possible outcome of the week. Aries, this is a collective reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. At the beginning of the week, my dear Aries, we are seeing a very strong energy with two major arcana cards coming through. Now, what I see here is exceptionally positive, because you could have been in this energy of the moon with regards to a certain situation in your life, just simply not knowing what to do. Things weren't clear to you. Every time you tried to find a solution, get a direction, get an outcome, nothing came to you. Now, what I'm seeing at the beginning of the week is not only, my dear Aries, are you able to see your way forward and you get on top of things in a spectacular way, but you actually do something with regards to the situation that brings in a very big and significant change. So Aries, the kind of energy we are seeing here, if say for example you have been in a relationship romantically with your significant other for a few years, but you are just not sure if this is the person for you. You love them, but something's missing. Something is not 100% right. And so you've been going back and forth and looking at everything, and you just cannot put your finger on it. At the beginning of the week, something happens, my dear Aries. It could be a deep realization within you. It could be something external outside of you that happens. They do something or they say something that you get your answer and you bring in a big change. You find the courage and you find your direction and you're able to say, thank you, this was wonderful, but it's time for me to move on and find a relationship that's going to fulfill me on very many levels. Under your unexpected challenges, I see actually very positive energy coming towards you, and this is the energy coming in, my dear Aries. You are presenting under this message as Queen of Pentacles. It doesn't matter your gender, it's the energy of the Queen of Pentacles I'm speaking about. And we see you here very content, very calm, feeling as though things are falling into place. Because what I do see happening for you this week is something, my dear Aries, your heart has been calling out for, something you've been longing for. Now, for some of my Aries, it could have to do with the situation, but for most of you, I do feel that this could be something completely different, Aries, and it has to do with your pentacles. So this is your money, your job, your career, your investments, your pension, your home, your family, things that make you feel calm and secure on the physical realm. Something comes in, and with Ace of Cups, we know it's blessed energy. It's meant to come in, and it's going to help you in a very significant way. So, my dear Aries, if you've been looking for a home, This could be you find your dream home this week. If you've been looking for a job, this tells us there's great possibility a wonderful job is on the horizon. A job, my dear Aries, that's going to fulfill you from a very deep perspective. Let's move on now and see what Spirit would like to share with you. Spirit is seeing you as Queen of Cups. So we see you working with our two queens, and they are quite different energies. Spirit is asking you this week, my dear Aries, if you need any guidance, any support, any clarity, just to call on Spirit. They will be there. You have the ability to work with Spirit through our Queen of Cups energy. Work through your intuition. Work through the messages you're receiving in your dreams. There is guidance, love, and protection here for you, Aries. They also want you to know that if you have been going through a time where you felt you were swimming upstream, walking through knee-high mud, this is coming to an end. With the moon releasing for you, things are about to get so much easier for you. And it has to do with the wheel turning and turning in your favor and this beautiful blessed energy flowing towards you. Now let us move on to your unexpected blessing. And your unexpected blessing is directly connected to this moon energy. 8 of Swords is appearing here, letting me know that some of my Aries really felt that they were never going to be able to see their way out of this situation. You felt blindfolded, bound and tied, and despair could have crept in. But as you can see, our young girl looking in the mirror is actually completely free. This happens, Aries, when we get so caught up in a challenging situation and we build it to such a point that we actually just overwhelm ourselves and get stuck. However, this is your unexpected blessing, so we know now that this is releasing for you completely. This feeling of the unknown, what's tomorrow going to bring? Is everything going to work out? This is ending. And you, my dear Aries, are going to have this wonderful feeling of our Page of Pentacles. You are ready to take that change and work with it now and bring into your life things that excite you, things that motivate you, and things, my dear Aries, that perhaps for some time you felt were not possible. At the end of the week, you're going to be feeling on top of the world. And as you can see, we've got all these hands applauding around the podium. Aries, do not be surprised if people come up to you, your friends, your family, asking you what's happening, how did you pull this off, what did you do, how did you find the courage. There's a lot of admiration around you by the end of the week. And as for you, my dear Aries, we see with your second page, you take all those ideas you had, all those plans that you put on the back burner, and you move across from this energy, which is our moon energy, and you move with the wheel because you are now ready to put your plans, your ideas, all into motion. Let's move on now and get a message from your guides for this week. Invention, creativity guides. I love this message for you, Aries, because your creativity guides are telling you, as this change comes about, you have a blank canvas, and you, my dear Aries, can create and initiate whatever you want by painting the picture of the life you want to live. So this is about prayer, meditation, visualization, journaling, already seeing and feeling what it is you want to live. And the more you do that, and the more you speak about it, and the more you actually take on the feeling of it, my dear Aries, it will not be long before you are living this wonderful change you're bringing in for yourself. That's all I have for you right now. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I wish you the most wonderful week, and I'm sending you all so much love.